to talk about an event that's coming up here to honor one of our community leaders and raise money for important stuff in our community at the same time. And we've got a couple more community leaders with us right now. Battle Creek Police Chief Jim Blocker. Good morning to you, Chief.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be here.
And also the president of the Battle Creek Chamber of Commerce, Kara Beer. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Nice to see you again.
Always.
And we are talking about fast cars and guitars, believe it or not. A tribute to Brenda Hunt.
Yes.
Why fast cars and guitars?
So Brenda is a avid fan of fast cars. So one thing that you will know about Brenda, if you know anything about her, is she has a true passion for racing. Uh-huh. And Brenda goes to the Indy 500 every year. She has done a number of times where she's actually been out on the track and done driving school. She is a race car. We also feel as though her Volvo is also known as a race car that she drives. And so that's with the logo that you see, the Volvo in it. That is Brenda's car that likes to go fast. But the other thing is that Brenda is a huge fan of Johnny Cash. And it is a huge thing that everybody who knows her just knows that she loves these great songs from Johnny Cash. And she likes to dance around. She enjoys them. They make her happy. And so that's where the Fast Cars and Guitars, a tribute to Brenda Hunt, came about.
Chief, does she have a thick file of speeding citations down there?
You know, I've known Brenda a long time. And although we do know she enjoys driving fast, no, she does not have. I think she drives fast, but she also drives responsibly.
Well, that's good. And she does a lot more, too. I mean, the two of you have been very involved in this community for some time, but not like her.
No.
She's been here for a long, long time. Well, give us an idea of some of the things that you think is, that why Brenda deserves to be honored for people who don't know.
Right. So first off, I would say that the reason why we chose March 1st is actually because of the fact that that is actually Brenda's 25th anniversary as the CEO of the Battle Creek Community Foundation. And that is a huge piece that we need to know and recognize in our community, because Brenda has touched the lives of so many people, not only with the work with the community foundation, but just in being in this community, from the youth to the elderly in our community to those that are giving, donors and non-donors. She just has a true passion about this community and making it the best it can possibly be. And she's just a phenomenal woman.
A lot of these foundations, they'll have leaders that are there for a few years, but not like that. I mean, they move on to other foundations and other positions, or they retire and do something else. But to have that kind of a commitment for a community, to be in that job for 25 years, that's really something.
It is something. And we should be really proud of all the work that Brenda has done. She has been a true inspirational leader. For somebody who was not from this community, Brenda was one of those people that actually took me under her wing when I first came here and showed me the ropes and introduced me to the people I needed to be introduced to. And not only is she a mentor of mine, she is a true friend of mine.
Well, I know that the Cool Family Center, one example, it was built as Burnham Brook Center. It was a great place, but, kind of a hard thing to sustain. It had a lot of costs and a lot of bells and whistles that needed to be dealt with on a weekly basis. And when it was in jeopardy, Brenda Hunt and the Battle Creek Community Foundation stepped forward, and they are still overseeing the operation of that. And we still have it as a wonderful part of our community.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Brenda. We appreciate that. That's just one of the many, many things. And the other thing, too, that we want to talk about today is that all of this is for a very special fund set up through the Community Foundation that we're hoping to make sure is around for a long, long time. Tell us about that.
Well, it's called the Forever Fund, and that is a tribute fund that Brenda has set up at the foundation. And it's designed to fund her local initiatives that are important to her. I want to go back to something that you made a great point earlier, and I think it'll speak to the Forever Fund is that Brenda has always been known to take an organization that has a significant cause or has an impact and will have an impact on the community. And if it starts to falter, Brenda has been the one and her team that have jumped in to support it, to buttress it up, and to make it go forward. And I think that's an important part of the Community Foundation under the vision and the leadership of Brenda, is they have been there to kind of fill in the gaps on those initiatives that are important to the community. And even today, when we talk about our downtown, the work of the Community Foundation, they have been a key pillar in making sure that many of these projects, along with their partners, the city and BCU and the Kellogg Foundation, all of those groups together have joined together to make these projects go forward. And if it wasn't for that initiative, we wouldn't see a lot of the good work going on today.
And we're not just talking about throwing money at something. I mean, we're talking about in the trenches there, trying to figure out, where some of the problems are and where the hurdles are, and come up with plans to actually get over those hurdles.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Kara mentioned it earlier. There are a few spaces you haven't seen Brenda's influence, especially in the area of the non-for-profit world. And she has come in, and not only has it been monetary support, but it's been program support. It's been backroom support. It's been mentoring leaders that need mentoring so that they can continue to run their organization. I think those are the things, those are the intangibles that you can't really put a finger on. There isn't a financial statement that shows it. But this event is to honor all of those things that she does that few people see. And it also is a great opportunity to resurrect something that this community did years ago about honoring the folks and the community leaders that have continued to make Battle Creek a great place to live, and recognize that Battle Creek is not only a livable place, but an incredibly resilient community. Mm-hmm. We take a lot of licks throughout the years. We take them almost routinely, but we always get right back up and keep moving forward. And Brenda's a great representation of that character.
An event coming up to honor Brenda Hunt, who is the CEO of the Battle Creek Community Foundation. And this event is coming up on Thursday, March 1st, the 25th anniversary of her taking the helm there at the Community Foundation. I think she came here, back in the several years before that as just kind of a regular rank and file program person, worked her way up to that, but has been running this great organization for so long. And we talked about the Forever Fund, a fund established there that supports Battle Creek, and we want to make sure that is forever. It's an endowment fund, right?
Correct. That fund is more than just a pool of money for the local or for Brenda to be able to spend on local initiatives. That is really to ensure that the Community Foundation lives forever in our community and can contribute to local projects as it has grown to do over the last 25 years when it got established. This is one of those funds that has really impacted a lot of community organizations, individuals, and just really just an opportunity for us to raise that money to do those things forever. The event coming up on March 1st is going to be a fun event. That is the number one thing that we want to make sure people understand, that this is not a sad event. This is meant to be very fun and engaging. There is going to be live musical guests. There are going to be heavy hors d'oeuvres for people. It's more of that open house type of a feel. It starts at 6 o'clock. We are really fortunate to have BJ Etheridge is a collector of local guitars. And so we will have 26 guitars on display at the event. There will be some fast cars on display for people to check out, but also just an opportunity to mix and mingle with people your friends from the community, and really trying to understand how we can actually contribute to a fund that is in honor of a woman who has done so much for our community.
And, of course, it's right downtown. I don't know if we said where it's going to be.
No, it's at McCamly Plaza in the ballroom. And so, again, March 1st at McCamly Plaza. And you can attend. It's an open it's an open event to the public. Tickets are $35 to attend. Or you can do an individual ticket at $100. and a portion of that goes towards as a donation to the Forever Fund. And so we're really looking at those $35 individual tickets, $100, which also is a contribution to that fund. And then we also have sponsorships. So we have a large group of folks that have already contributed at various levels. Our sponsorships range from $1,000 all the way up to $25,000. Sorry, and that is actually a great deal. I mean, that's a great deal of contributions for our community. That money will go very far, and that's what that's all about.
And again, an endowment fund, once that fund is established, it is invested and keeps growing.
Correct.
So, your donation of $1,000 could end up being a donation of $100,000. Who knows?
Absolutely.
And what a great amount of good that can do in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to see how they get those fast cars inside there.
We've got a plan.
You turn it on its side. And
there are actually back door, like the bay doors that will let us bring those in. So
right.
we're excited about it.
It sounds like it's going to be great. How many people are you hoping will come to the event?
We're looking at about 400 to 450 people that will be there that night.
That would be a party, wouldn't it? Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tell us how we can get tickets to Fast Cars and Guitars, a tribute to Brenda Hunt.
So all the tickets are online for you to go on to. You can check out battlecreek.org, which is the Chamber's website, and there is a link for you to get your tickets online. In addition to that, you can also call either the Chamber office or you can contact the Battle Creek Community Foundation if you're looking at sponsorship. There is also a link for them to do a donation if they aren't able to make it and are not looking at being a sponsor but would like to contribute through a donation. There is also that opportunity.
That's great. Website one more time.
battlecreek.org.
I did a remote yesterday, and I was out at Sherwin-Williams as we were collecting stuff for Inasmuch House and the Haven of Rest and laundry, detergent, that kind of stuff. By the way, you can still drop it off out there on Beckley Road and through the weekend, and it'll help them out a great deal. But, some people were coming up and saying, what's happened? We're not doing anything anymore here to bolster up the town. And I said, we're doing a lot. There are a lot of people out there that are really trying to do a lot. It's not easy when you start losing a little of your industrial base and you have to reinvent yourself. But we do have a lot of people that are doing that every day. The two of you, Brenda Hunt, great many people in this community working hard to make a change. And this is a great way to celebrate that.
Absolutely. And to accelerate the success of our community.
Yep. Kara Beer, Chief Blocker, thanks for coming in today and telling us about this great event. We'll get something up on our website so it's easy to get to your websites and get the information and get signed up for March 1st, the event downtown at McCamly Plaza Hotel in the ballroom.